We build your penitentiaries, we build your schools, brainwash education to make us your fools. But check this, you could fool some people sometimes, but you couldn't fool all the people all the time. Now you see the light. Yes, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Give thanks. You are now in tune on the wonder force itself at this time. This reasoning session is called Rastafari Setting the Record Straight. There has been a lot of confusion about the subject matter of Rastafari, and there's been a lot of confusion about pretty much every subject matter on this planet. Rastafari is no exception. So, man has this thing where he deifies the messenger. And within deifying the messenger, the message kind of gets lost because common mortals start to worship the messenger, where the messenger was coming to tell you that the power was within you the whole time. See? You already know the kingdom of God is within you. And that's the message that pretty much all of the messengers are trying to bring. And then what happens, religious zealots come along and they promote religious dogma. And through the dogma, the teachings of that particular message or that particular messenger gets lost within the dogma, and people start worshiping the messenger. And that applies for every school of thought. We're talking about Krishna, the Buddha, Haile Selassie, whoever the case may be, Jesus or Yahushua. The messenger becomes deified, and then there is a lot of dogma attached to that. So I had to say that before I start digging deeper into the stories or my story, or what they call mystery of Rastafari. See? Now, what they made mystery is truly my story. We are the X-Men, the ex-original man. We are fallen ones. We fell from an etheric state. We are fallen etheric beings. We fell down to this third density, and we are trapped, lost souls trapped within side of this matter, until we once again remember how to ascend back to our etheric selves and back to Zion. So I say, fly away home to Zion, fly away home. See? So as a free thinker, a lot of people might see me representing this flag or some red, yellow, green, or some red, black, and green. But those who truly know where we come from know that we don't truly come from any of these geographical locations on Earth. We're just born there. So if you're born in Europe, you're born in South America, you're born in America, you're born in Africa, wherever. The geographical place that you were born is not who you truly are. Culturally and ethnically, yes, have pride in your culture, have pride in where you come from, and there's nothing wrong with having cultural pride. But enlightened ones know that our nationality is not who we are either, because we are etheric beings having a human experience. See? So, when we return to the ethers, we lose the nationality that, you know, we have here in the physical realm anyway, you know, for those who are still having identity wars. Like, oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. No, I'm a Moor. No, I'm Ethiopian. No, I'm this and I'm that. And all black people still having identity wars at this time, still arguing over nationality, where your soul has no nationality. See, for those um who have been traveling into the what you call the so-called occult, which is a culture. The key word in that word is cult. Culture. To have a culture. Science. But anyway, we're going to get into that in another time. We know that the soul has more than one lifetime. And you've been here before. That's why I say you already know. Now, check this out. This is Michael. Michael, the archangel. You can find Michael in a lot of different cultures under a different name. You see, man is confused. The different angels that you find within inside of the Abrahamic faiths, these same angels or angelic forces, you will find them existing in damn near every culture on the planet. But man in his ego has this complex where he believes that his particular school of thought is the most or the most superior school of thought, and all other schools of thought are inferior to their teaching or their dogma. See, this complex has created much war and much confusion. Man thinks that his particular spiritual system, his particular cosmology, or his perception of the divine is the most superior or the only way to salvation, the only way to liberation, or the only way, period. This only way mentality, or we have the best or the highest way mentality, within itself is a lack of enlightenment. That's why they don't like me. You hear me? They don't like me because I come to bring the truth, and I've always been fiery about the truth. I'm just now becoming grounded and more, I learned to control my fire now that I'm older. See, but this is the truth. So I must say that because I'm not here to promote any type of Rasta dogma to you, as if Rastafari is the only school of thought or the only way to salvation or the only way, period. I am saying that the Rastafari school of thought is a fragmented piece of Asar, or who they call Osiris. And these different schools of thought, chopped up and scattered across the nations, are just pieces of Asar or Asari. Seeing Asari was chopped up and thrown and scattered around the world by his brother Set. Seen, and so these pieces of Asari are these different little fragments of truth that people pick up on, and everyone grabs a little piece of Asar. They grab his arm, they grab his head, grab his neck, and they walk around as if they have the whole body seen, where it's just one fragment of the whole. You already know. So I am here to tell you that Rastafari is, yes, a fragmented piece of Asar, but it's not the whole. when you are a diligent seeker and able to travel through different schools of thoughts, you start to see common denominators, and you start to see things that are similar. Um, when you compare or um, when you compare cosmologies around the world, you will see that a lot of the deities um, are represented by celestial bodies, which they call planets. So gods and goddesses, um, normally when you Google information about any god or goddess, you will see that there is a planet or a celestial body attached or that governs this particular deity. You will find this in our ancient cultures as well. So through time, people start to believe that their angels or these goddesses are just only for them, and they have this particular school of thought where only they can tap into these angelic forces. Well, I am here to tell you that just like you see Michael here, this is the Ethiopian version of Michael. So I could say, hey, the only way you could get or tap into Michael is the Ethiopian way, where you got people, and when you look, you find that Michael seems to be every nationality. You probably find a Puerto Rican Michael, a European Michael, and the people who tap into the Michael, or what you would say, the Michael, or however you want to, whoever, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I say, Michael, you will find Michael in pretty much every culture, but they won't see him as Michael. They will see them. They will see that particular angelic force as the deity that's in their culture. Seeing, uh, so I'm here to not bring confusion, but to also show oneness within all these divided schools of thought. And as a magi, one who taps into his own inner magic, seeing, I must tell you that the more you research, sometimes you will find that some deities are just what you would call allegorical characters. Some existed and some didn't historically exist, but they exist more in a astrological way. Seeing a lot of deities are representations of planetary forces, and then some are representatives on Earth. We will get into this in the future reasoning session, because I want to travel to degrees. But you know, the divine does not need to be